So my name is Rishikesh. We have a team who are dedicated to conduct workshop, training, webinar, online classrooms on quality manufacturing and clinical trial domains. Specifically this time, I must say unshuttered time, and essentially in digitized world, it will bring the competency, transparency, better data integrity. And the purpose of this webinar to showcase and indicate the challenges which are being faced by manufacturing industries. We're going to discuss about the digital transformation, the era of automation in manufacturing, how automation and digital transformation can address those challenges and create benefit to manufacturing. These are the few challenges which are come from non-digitized or manual process in manufacturing. The getting rid of time-consuming, the cumbersome paper-based process, how paper-based system create challenges and impact on manufacturing, that we are going to highlight. Avoiding compliance, and it refers compliance issue. The managing compliance is a very difficult task for any regulatory driven bodies. To fulfill regulatory requirement, the product should be manufacturing within compliance. And third one is the lack of assurance of accuracy and consistency of data. In other terms, data integrity. As you all know, each day the manufacturing industries generate gigantic amount of data, and it becomes daily challenge to fulfill and ensure the integrity of data. Let's understand each into broader way. The creating rid of time-consuming, the paper-based process. There are a bunch of documents to be prepared during one product manufacturing, and as per regulatory guidelines, all the performance steps must be captured and documented as per defined SOP. Essentially, the document is the heart of manufacturing industries. Because all of this, there are many challenges which are being faced by manufacturers. Lengthy review cycles. Due to manual intervention, the review cycles of batch, your product master recipes, your SOPs approval will take a longer time. Due to that, industries are facing risk. Probably they can miss the production deadlines. Lack of integrity. So in manual mode, it's possible to have a lack of integration between data storage, document repository, and also impact on duplicate data, ensure the manufacturing process. Generally, shop floor guy can make a mistake while transcribe the data from equipment to hard copy. You can observe the discrepancies between the logbooks and batch records. So third point is unplanned audit. What happens if unanticipated internal and external audit comes? Probably this may make large efforts to keep records and its track, like deviation, CAPA, SOPs, its logbooks, and even it for the hand for evaluation purpose. Improper big data, it can make burden to understand the big data management. Also, evaluation purpose, analysis of large data in physical copy can put larger efforts in time consuming. Privacy of data. Physical copy can be accessed and operated by any person, so it requires protection like security and privacy. Even confidential information can also require security. Sometimes chances to have a misuse of those physical copies in manufacturing area. Missing records. There is a chance of misplaced physical data records like batch records, standard operating procedures, batch evidence records. In case if you have a deviation and CAPA and justification, also sometimes data can be missed out against essential process. Then would be a impact in audit and batch release. Record storage. So the storing records is being a tedious job for industry, because as per regulatory, all the documents should be stored at some space, at some place for a specific time period. You must need to invest your cost on physical storage and its maintenance. So these are the the disadvantages of manual your process. And if we talk about the advantages, an effective digitized system consists few advantages which can perform vital role to mitigate those risks. The advantages are the visibility. Visibility in terms of you can improve your accessibility, you can improve your shop floor to top floor, the system and flow. You can visible your manufacturing, product planning, your scheduling, your forecasting. Also you can integrate your system with from the dispensing to the planning to the manufacturing to the packaging. So you will have a better visibility, and you can enable all the separate modules and make a stream and come together for a form of big pictures. Second, accuracy. You can improve your accuracy through reduction of error. You can build various interfaces. You can build various interface with your masters, with your automation. You can build artificial intelligence, can control your errors. Efficiency. It can help to improve the efficiency and the business process, consistency, and your quality. If you see other benefits, it can also help to improve efficiency of human resources in terms of work efforts. Digitalization can improve all the efficiency of production by if you have a trained people, if you have a if you control your material wastage, if you have automatic systems, it can manage and organize your inventory and production planning. Third, it's about your productivity. When you reduce your paperwork and data entry will impact on your production operations. It also helps to QA to increase their productivity by releasing the batch, reviewing the batch, and approving the batch. It can help QA to tracking your all the SOPs and its versioning. Audit readiness. You can reduce efforts to do preparation for internal and external audits. Using business intelligence of system and your digital platform, you can provide essential evidence and statistical and analytical tool to attend your audits. If we look into the reduction, the operation cost, you can cut down your operation cost on printing the hard copies. You can cut down your extra man efforts for preparing or developing reports, for evaluating our reports and data and process. Everything you can use your digital platform and get all the you can cut down your operation cost. Error, if you have a digital platform, the chances of error will be reduced since manual intervention will be eliminated. If you have a strong interface with other system, other master system, or if you have an interface with equipment, your HMI, SCADA, PLC, you can build equipment interface and eliminate the human intervention and manual entries as possible as much. And you can capture digitally text and its alarm and event logs. Manual entries with the interface with other system, you can stop the human intervention, you can stop the errors, you can reduce overall human resource cost. You can shift your manual process to automation by using seamless interface or integration. And yes, paper and storage, you have a digital system in place, you would not need to generate your paper and hard copies and store to the physically. So ideally, going paperless is one of the start point of digital resolution and in manufacturing 4.0. Let's see the second challenge. If you have the compromising compliance, it means the compliance issues. As we see before, there is no room to deviate any regulatory guidelines in order to meet and achieve compliance, and organization need to follow some compliance rules. Let's have a look each point. And the first point is unwritten procedures. Sometimes procedures may not be created clearly, or it's not well defined in the format. Sometimes the SOPs are getting failed to instruct the end users to perform, and sometimes the lack of written procedure can also make same situations. Also, having inconsistent SOP can increase compliance and deviation issues. If you have unclear roles and responsibility, the lack of visibility of authorization, it can make your compliance issues. Sometimes batch documents are signed by unauthorized person or person is not available. So these kind of the practical scenario can be happen in the production house. The training record, you do not having the proper summary or training on logs also can be possible if user is not trained or not having the training records, but he is activated for production house and he is executing the batch. Insufficient logs. Sometimes written logs are maintained for all the equipment like inspection log, your maintenance log, your testing, your calibration, your operation, your cleaning. If you don't have those kind of logs, sometimes the audit you will not able to answer in audit. If you have evidence of equipment reports logs, and if it mismatch with your batch record and it's your log books, this can make your compliance issues. Sometimes if user can miss to fill the batch parameter, not if he doesn't have a proper training, then it is part of your compliance issue. Inaccuracy of batch record. This can be come across due to not having concurrent document for your process, batch, product. Also, chances to have a document which doesn't have a signature by authorized person. And as I said, that if you have a miss out, your equipment logs, your cleaning maintenance log are not being prepared well, then it makes an issue. Traceability, in this case, some of the activity which is performed by cleaning, sanitizing, maintenance activity which doesn't have a proper traceability. Also, your revision histories, your document revision histories, your batch record, your SOPs, your logbooks are not maintained properly. Sometimes your source data of machines, evidence data which is not well maintained or miss out. To fulfill this challenge and in regulatory compliance, we have a certain non-compliance issues and which can eliminate by digitize. So let's see the each point. So electronic written procedure. If you have a written procedure in electronic form, so that there is no chance to deviate the procedure or process. With electronic written procedure, you can track all the update, all the changes which is available in electronic form. Interlock of process. Digitally provide the facility to interlock all the process step by step. You can set a standard defined procedure workflow within your system. You can set the process saying that this process should be executed before, after, or parallel. It can provide interlock in batch execution, like if area is not clean, then the production you will not able to start your batch execution. So you have a locking with your cleaning, maintenance, and operations. You can also build your interlock between your equipment life cycle. If the equipment goes to the due, equipment is into the maintenance or process verification or the calibration, this kind of equipment life cycle you can build in your digitized world. You can control your manufacturing process by creating customized workflow, by you can build a limited authorization. The data archive and retrieve. Digitization provides a storage space to store all the data in electronic form. It has the facility to store and archive and retrieve all raw data and documents. It also easy to get historical data, batch record, your manufacturing equipment logs, and if you face unplanned audits, you will have easily retrieve all the data. If you have any past data and deviation, justification, CAPAs, you can easily store and retrieve to show the auditors. And yes, it can protect your all the data digitally. Control approval cycle. It ensures all the appropriate documents are prepared, reviewed, and authorized by person. And it can reduce oral and written communication. So there is no chance of carrying your data integrity and compliance issues. You can maintain your versioning of SOPs, your recipes, your structure workflow. So all things can be managed through your workflow and digitally. It helps to establish better collaboration between all the stakeholders within the organization. The closed loop system. You can create a complete closed loop system. You can save feedback and control system. Data can be authorized and approved by appropriate feedback and review cycles. Also, you can identify the human mistakes, human errors, and it allows to fill the real-time data and reduce deviation. The electronic training record. In digital platform, you can adopt a training module. You can capture the training records and have an interlock within the manufacturing systems. You can manage the training details and training gaps. And through the analytical tool, you can see the schedule, and you can make a planning for the training. 360 software visibility. Using digitized world, you can generate any kind of report, dashboard, and the consolidated form of data to track and monitor top to bottom level of manufacturing department. You can have visibility on manufacturing inventory, like product, material, your equipment, your raw data. Even you can manage your plant level digitized system. You can have a forecasting, planning, scheduling, plant maintenance. The train analysis. You can generate the trends and report, and in analytical forms. You can have a reports kind of. You can generate a critical process parameter. You can generate critical quality attributes reports. You can have a annual product reviews reports. You can generate a deviation logs from the system. You can maintain your equipment utilized reports, whether it is alarm, whether it is event. You can have a overall equipment efficiency reports. So you can track entire shop to bottom level your industries. So let's move to the third challenge, which is about lack of assurance of accuracy on the consistency of data. It means data integrity. In manufacturing, release of product to the market is always based on raw data. Therefore, ensuring data integrity is crucial and very important for manufacturer. The following are the few major challenges for the issues which are being faced in data integrity. One is unauthorized sign. Sometimes batch documents are signed by unauthorized person, and it might not be considered as a valid document. Similarly, if documenting work and it wasn't done by the authorized person for the process, it also considered as a data integrity. Data inaccuracy. It can be result of user mistakes or user wrong data fillings, and also it can be have the mismatch between your data, your batch data and your operation log reports. So if you don't have a data inconsistency, it falls into data inaccuracy. Untrained person. There is a chance to fill data by an untrained person who doesn't have a training or who doesn't have a rights to access the manufacturing, and other person is not upgraded with the revised standard SOPs or procedures. Backdating. Sometimes the performing the backdating submission is important document which doesn't have a authenticity and it doesn't have a standard approval, so which is not authentic for the audit. Even the time constraint and the approach of the user which contain a lethargic approach and can follow unethical approach in the batch record. There are chances in manipulation, and the data which doesn't have a explanation and justification, which falls in the backdating and data integrity issues. If we talk about improper data lifecycle, the data lifecycle must require competence, consistency, accuracy of raw data, and if it also can possible if storage of batch record is or damage. So your data, your cycle should be remain proper, like resource, your product manufacturing, your distribution, your use, and the end of the life of your product. The misaligned with GMP. If we talk about certain cases where time mismatch in perform time and time record by user in document. Also sometimes the data deletion, data alter records are not captured well, or in case that it can be through the backdates or unauthorized but without explanation. Even sometimes material can be misplaced or executed for other production. So these are the certain cases where the GMP falls. And the next point is consistency and completeness observations. Sometimes a reviewer and supervisor can fail to detect data related issues, and sometimes process parameter are not being captured into the standard range and do not able to capture in physical review process. And if possible, sometimes the batch parameter are missing to the enter by the user team. So if you have a missing data, if you have a if you have a data which is not reviewed by the supervisor, can be considered as a data integrity issues. However, lack of data integrity it leads to the false assessment of quality, effectiveness, and safety of the product, which can trigger unnecessary risk on product. Ultimately, organizations fail to build trust on regulatory bodies. So if you want to see the positive side of digitized manufacturing, which can eliminate data integrity issues, one is audit readiness, which means digitized system will provide a benefit and features called audit trail, which contain all the data at timestamp with the real time with its details. So you can get a track from top to shop floor level, the entire history of your batch records. If you see the secure and control instance, with digitized, you can set a password control to eliminate unauthorized entry and signatures. By giving, you can create a limited access. You can create access and role and scope based system to control your change, edit, and deletion of data. You can improve and control your data life cycle. So if you have a control life cycle, so there is no chance to have a data deletion, alter, and misuse of digitized. In other terms, manipulation of data and which is not possible in control data life cycle. If you have a aligned with GMP, it can help to align with good manufacturing practice. It can help to control equipment for the use if it falls into due to calibration in various maintenance. It helps to ensure the employees have proper qualification and training. It can help ensure the accuracy and correct performance into test method, your process, your standard data calculations. It ensures the correct methods and its data, which contains the proper labels and proper containers in your execution and manufacturing. So if you talk about the major significant overall benefits of digitized system, that you can cut down your cost by 90%. You can improve your accessibility by having a better information exchange from top to bottom, from the top management to shop floor management. You can have a better information. You can have a you do this. You will have able to improve your visibility in decision making and batch manufacturing. So before ending this session, I would say digitize manufacturing opens line of communication and create seamless user experience. So if you talk about the surgeon, then let's have a quick view on surgeon systems, which has been started since 1998 with the core competence and greenfield solutions. We have various customized more than 50 countries with the 400 plus projects. The model we're using, we have a 95 custom retention with the strategy of architecting, the design, development, and proprietary technology stacks. We are using the cloud-based solutions, and we have quality strategy with ISO 9001, 20000, 2015 guidelines. If we talk about the solution in place, which contains the digitized platform and make your manual system into digitized system. One is about the weighing and dispensing system. Second one is about EBMR, the electronic batch manufacturing record, the electronic batch packaging record, the e-log books. It contains your operation, your cleaning, your maintenance logs, and the DCube. It is the data. It's kind of historian can manage your data from equipment, and which has analytical tools to capture alarm and event. So we have implemented the solutions over the 7+ sites, which covers 50,000 plus batches, which has ability to contain more than 2,000 users, which is inspected by the globally in MHRA and US FDA.
Thank you, Rishikesh, for providing much more knowledge in depth in digital transformation. So I request to all the audience, if you have any questions, please ping on text box so we can answer accordingly. So meanwhile, we have a question, Rishikesh, from our side. Like first question, we have, what skills do we need most to meet our digital transformation agenda?
See, basically, if you have a strategy building, if you have a project management skill, if you have a cost management skill, if you are a pharmaceutical industry, you need to have a vendor management. If you have a change management system and risk management in your place, those skills, it's very essential to establish digital platform and convert your manual process into the digital world. I hope you got me answer that you need all the areas which is for the production management, for the cost management, in perspective of risk management, the change management. You will need to have a expertise on those areas.
Yes, Rishikesh, thanks. Second question we have is, what are the most important element of digital transformation?
See, adoption of new technology is always challenge. So you have a kind of mindset and perception to adopt the new technologies, new process, new methodology in your place. So if you talk about always you have a vision and leadership for implementing any of the projects. So I guess two of the point is majorly essential in your pharmaceutical when you try to digitize your manual process to the digital platform. First, you are ready to adopt your new technologies and new process, and second one is your leadership and vision.
Okay. Third question we have.
I give you one example that if you have a Amazon application, you are used to buy something online. So recently Amazon has entered in the era of the movie and video, online videos, and on this kind of he invented Amazon Prime for the user. So he shifted his business from the online shopping to the online application where you can see the videos and movies. So always you have a mindset, you have an open and broad mindset to adopt the change, adopt the new process, adopt the new technologies.
Okay, next question we have from audience is, do we have any platform for laboratory work management?
Yes, in market there are certain softwares and applications are available which maintain a laboratory management systems.
Okay.
Yeah, you can create a interface with your ERP, with your any Oracle, any SAP ERPs, and you can contain your data in your laboratory systems.
Okay. Next question we have, as we are into the infrastructure automation project, as we have mix of application plus hardware, how we can integrate or collaborate to provide endpoint solutions?
Can you repeat it again?
Yes, sure. As we are into infrastructure automation project, as we have mix of application plus hardware, how we can integrate or collaborate to provide endpoint solutions?
See, if you talk about the automation with certain other applications like any ERP, any historian, any equipment level interface, you can use certain interfaces to capture the data and capture the interfaces seamlessly. And if you want to if you are looking for an answer in the cost perspective or operation benefit perspective, can you repeat, Danisha?
1 minute.
I think question seems
Hello. Hello.
yes.
I'm allowing Timir Shah to speak.
Okay.
Yes, Timir, you can speak now. Please unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah. I'm Timir Shah and representing Ishan Innovations, my company. We are into specifically automation in industries or commercial kind of IBMS or manufacturing processes and all. So for manufacturing industries, when it comes to automation industry 4, we are providing certain kind of sensor system which can be attached to the machinery and all, to provide them the right kind of what kind of machinery produce what kind of batches, and the production kind of they have a certain checklist, machine production versus kind of batches versus kind of rejection, or all kind of those data which is in terms of algorithm or ecosystem they have in data. That is first part. Second, we are into manufacturing by providing the total end-to-end solutions, providing from warehouse management, logistics management, inventory, and inventory management as well, tracking the kind of AI and ML based camera system which can and RFID with integration to RFID, which can help them to identify the uh, inventory tracking system, as well as inventory management at the same time, what kind of material is available at which site, which location, versus the material which is right now in the machinery to produce. So all kind of mix and match solution we are providing. So how we can be how Sarjan can be benefited, or how we can collaborate to provide an endpoint solution? That's the question.
Okay. See, the Sargent has all the types of software which is start. If you talk about the warehouse system, as you said, you have a mechanism to track the material. You have a interface with the equipment. You are capturing the data. So accordingly, we have a quality system. We have a MES. We have a warehouse system. So if those data and those interfaces can help to those system, we can easily interface with your records, your system, and we can create an interface with all the system and create seamless interfaces.
So you mean to say that we have to give API which can be integrated to your online ERP kind of the cloud base, right? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can
Yeah.
you
So
repeat it?
yeah. So we have to give API which can be integrated to your ERP to generate the database management. You can say, right?
Okay. Okay. So we can. I think it's not right place or platform to discuss
Okay. No
about.
problem. We will discuss on one-to-one basis. I
We
agree.
can have conversation and communication of platform this
Correct.
topic.
Correct. 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 Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello. Rishikesh, we have another question. How much automation we need in production equipment if we want to go for EBMR practice?
So see, if you want to have a EBMI in place, it's very essential to have understand the EBMR first. So if you want to have the EBMR as a part of your automation, you have a interface with your ERP. The first point, you need to have a capture all the master data from another system or create inbuilt in ERP. Second, if you have a machines, if it has the data of your SCADA and PLC, you can create a interface with a machine and capture those data another system to your manufacturing system. So you can create two kind of interfaces with your ERP system, with your EBMR system. If you don't want to have a strong enough the bound in your system, strong enough the interfaces in your system, you can still use EBMR without interfaces, without machine interfaces, without any master interfaces. Thanks, I hope you got my answer. That
Yes, Rishikesh.
it's not essential to have all the interfaces in first phase if you want to use EBMR, right?
Yes,
You can
yes.
create, you can use EBMR, you can convert your process into electronic, the phase wise, and periodically you can build more interfaces, more locking, more validation in your system.
Okay. So here our next question is, how do the solutions available with you integrate with existing systems in place for pharmacovigilance management?
Okay, it's about pharmacovigilance. I guess the Divesh could able to give the better answer, which is handling the solutions. If it is related to MES or any quality software or any kind of machine interface, I would love to answer that.
Fine, fine. Amit, I would like to request you to unmute yourself and repeat your question. What exactly you want to say, if you don't mind?
Hi, Amit here. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are clearly audible, Amit.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, many companies have their own solutions or softwares in place which they might be having, but
Okay.
there might be no linking for automation of certain outputs they might be requiring for their processes. So how does this solution integrate, or the solutions you are having integrate with their existing systems which they might be using? For example, the databases and uh, output and filing of the documents which might be there in place already. So there might be some manual documentation and different softwares which are used already. So how does it work? I'm just curious to know that.
Fine, fine, Amit. So, Amit, you really, catch the nerve, right? And
Yeah.
because of that only, people refrain from themselves to be digitized, because they have this common question in their mind that I am using this system, and how do I find the vendor who will be able to integrate the solution with my system, because I am not ready to change my legacy system due to so many reasons. Right. So
Yeah.
definitely it has its own challenge. Okay. But as far as the technology is concerned, right, we do not see any limitation. Yes, we have to analyze the legacy system, the data or the system where you want to integrate your expectations. All right. Accordingly, we can solutionize the digitization strategy for you. Okay. Though we as a surgeon have a bouquet for solution, and we have one of the solution with respect to these pharmacovigilance as well, but this is not the right platform. So I would like to further connect with you on one-to-one basis to understand your query, and accordingly I would be able to help you.
So
Yes.
so as per the understanding currently, so you will be assessing the existing solutions and make a tailor-made platform, is what you're trying to say, right?
No, we solutionize the industry problem. We have a platform and we have a technology, in fact, a proprietary technology stack with
Okay.
us,
Okay.
right? But I would definitely love to explore your problem, because it is a common, nowadays everybody has this question that we don't want to change our legacy system. We want to continue with that, but simultaneously we want to automate ourselves. Okay, we want to explore new technologies which talk with our legacy system. Okay, because it is not possible every time that we replace the old with new.
Okay.
So I would like to connect you on a one-to-one basis to explore it further. I hope you got your answer.
Yeah. Thank
Fine.
you.
Thank you very much for.
So now we have a next question, Rishikesh. What is the culture needed for digital transformation?
Uh, if you want to have a digital world, you need to adopt the digital culture first. The rethinking perceptions and re-engineering mind. It's more important to have a digital culture. So if you have a how organized or how your company can utilize your technology, people, and process, that is very important fundamental change.
Yes, definitely. So here next question is digital transformation necessary or it is just a trend?
Digital transformation, it's not a trend and it's not a necessary. But if I give you the example, then you like to be the message and send post to your friend by the posting this. No, you would not like to do this practice. You always used to work on Gmail or mail or messages. So similarly, if you have a digital platform in your place, you definitely need to adopt that. And similarly, it helps to boost your organization and your momentum to get effective and efficiency work.
Yes, Rishikesh, thanks for the answer. Now we have a question that what are the barriers that usually pharma and life science industries face to move to the path of digital transformation?
Barriers. One barriers. What I'm seeing that the technologies is one of the biggest barrier for the pharmaceutical, because if you talk about the automation, if you talk about the interfaces, if you talk about the implementation, if for example, if your machine is not capable to give you answer, then the automation cannot be possible easily. So the technologies, in terms of your hardware, in terms of your software, should be upgraded. And second, you need to always open for re-engineering your process. So that is the only 2 point. So people will not easy to adopt your re-engineering process, and the second one is technologies for sure.
Okay. Thanks for this answer. Now the next question is how digitalization in industries or in organization can save business cost.
Digitized world can always help you to convert your manual system to the digital world. So if you have it can help your human efforts, it can help to your time, it can save your operation cost. So it impacts on overall your business.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So here is the next question: how operator or end users like technicians, operators need any particular skill for digitalizations?
They if you're planning to implement any of the solutions like warehouse system or any dispensing system, any EBMR system, any packaging system, the users should be trained well first. They should have a training properly, and there is no any kind of skills or any education is required to execute your any new systems. But yes, based on your SOPs, your procedure, you should have a give the training on the period basis to the user team to operate the systems.
Okay. Thanks for the answer. Now next question we have. It is equally important for all types of businesses.
Digital transformation can be helpful in other industries. If you talk about the automobile industry, you can use digital world. If you talk about the steel industries or any industries, you can adopt this kind of platform, and basically your manual the efforts and your the cases of data integrity, cases of compliance issues, you can directly mitigate it by using your digital platform.
Okay, thanks, Rishikesh. So if any audience have any question, then please ping in the message box so we can answer accordingly. Or if there is no question now, we can conclude this webinar session here. So Rishikesh, at the end, you want to say anything about all the session?
Thanks all to join this session with us, and I believe this session is worthwhile for your organization and your manufacturing industries. So keep this digitized solution in your mind. So if it's necessary to create a digitized platform in your workplace to make efficient and effective workstation in your factory, in your place. So go and grab the opportunity for the digitized world.
Okay, thank you. Thanks all the audience who joined and listened carefully and asked questions about digital transformation in the manufacturing. Thank you all of you, and we appreciate you give your important time to on this webinar, and feel free if you have any query. Here is the office address, and you can reach us anytime, anyway. Thank you all of you.